Hey all, welcome back to my channel. We're surrounded by books again. I know it's been happening a lot lately, but I can't help myself. If you didn't know, what is it? August 9th was National Book Lovers Day. So my mom and my godmother sent me some money. So this video is like high-key sponsored by them to do some book shopping. So I went the next day. I went to McKay's. I've talked about McKay's before, but I knew that I would be able to get more books for the amount of money I had at McKay's. So I did that. And I also brought in books to do the trade-in, and I got $48.06. That's the most amount of money I've gotten from a trade-in before. So your girl's living her best life. I also got there pretty close to when it opened. They opened at 10. I think I got there at like 10:15. So it wasn't super busy. I was in there for about like an hour and a half. Towards the end of my time, that's when it started getting crowded, and I didn't think it would be so crowded on a Sunday, but I was wrong. But I got a lot of books and I'm feeling good, and I didn't even use up all the money that my mom and my godmother sent me. So kudos to me. But I have 3 separate bags. So we have these 2, and then we have this bag. I genuinely don't know how many I got. When I was in the store the last time I counted, I was at 13. We might be at 16 now. I don't know. I'm always discovering new places to look for books, and I did that this time around. There's like a display case when you first come in. There's like 3 separate tables that showcases books, games, records, all of that. And I found some stashed there. And again, if you don't know, McKay's sells books, but they also sell like records, Funko Pops, board games, things like that. So they have a variety, but I go there solely for the books. So let's get in. I got a lot of fantasy this time around, some romance, and then some romantasy. So I'm very excited. We're going to start with romance because I don't have that many. First up, we have Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is book 2 in an interconnected series. I'm pretty sure it's only the 2 books, but one of the characters that is featured in this book was mentioned in the first book. I've already read it. I've been meaning to get this one. I just haven't, and I saw it today and I picked it up. Also, as always, I will put the original price and then the price that I got it for on the screen. I don't know how much of it is going to cross into the first book. So, I mean, listen if you've read the first one or not. I don't think it'll be too bad. After losing her job and her fiance in one fell swoop, Natalie Voss returned home to lick her wounds. A few months later, she's sufficiently drowned her sorrows in Cabernet, and she's ready to get back on her feet. She just needs her trust fund to finance her new business venture. Unfortunately, the terms require she marry before she can have the money. And well, don't. Remember? But Natalie is desperate enough to propose to a man who makes her want to kill him and kiss him in equal measure. August Cates may own a vineyard, but he doesn't know jack about making wine. He's determined to do his late best friend proud no matter what it takes. Except his tasting room is empty, his wine is disgusting. Seriously, he once saw someone gag. And his buddy's legacy is circling the drain. No bank will give him the loan he needs to turn the business around. And then the gorgeous, feisty heiress knocks on his door. Natalie has haunted his dreams since the moment they met, but their sizzling chemistry immediately morphed into simmering insults. Now a quickie marriage could help them both. A sham wedding, a few weeks living under the same roof, and then they can go their separate ways, assuming they make it out alive. How hard could it be? There's just one thing they didn't account for: their unfortunate, unbearable, undeniable attraction. Also, if you don't know, I love a Tessa Bailey book. I have so many Tessa Bailey books because I just enjoy her writing. It's always a good time. yeah, they never disappoint. So I'm looking forward to this one. I did enjoy the first book in the series, so I'm hoping to enjoy this one. I always love a good marriage of convenience, and this also seems like it's enemies to lovers. Check and check. And usually all Tessa Bailey books are like a quick read, at least for me. So high hopes for this one. It has a total of 365 pages, and then the price I got it for was $9. Moving on, we have Torn by, I guess this is Carian Cole. Don't know if I said that right, but this has been on my list for a very long time. I was surprised to find it in there. I'm not sure if this is part of a series or not, but I've been wanting to read it. So what did I do? I went and got it. Let me see if it says anything about a series before I read this and come to find out. Okay. So it says there's an all torn up series and it starts with Tide. This could potentially be book 2 in a series. So I don't know. The front says the heart wants what the heart wants. I'm a little skeptical on reading the back of this one just because I don't know if this is part of a series or not. And you know what? This could also be like an interconnected standalone series, but again, I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna read the back anyway. When I was 5 years old, I told Torn and Grace we were going to get married someday. He'd been my closest friend, my protector, and my rock since the day I was born. But during my senior year, our relationship slowly changed. Silly conversations morphed into serious heart-to-hearts, innocent friendship turned into stolen glances. Then one day, an unexpected kiss changed everything. While that kiss was all that I ever dreamed of, it knocked Tor clear off his axis. His strong moral compass makes it impossible for him to accept our feelings for each other. Because not only am I 18 and 15 years younger than him, I'm the one person he should never want. Tor is my father's best friend, my pseudo-uncle. Neither one of us can stand to betray or hurt my dad, but we can't keep our relationship hidden forever. Will there be a way for us to find happily ever after, or will we be torn apart? Okay, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Age gap is crazy. And your best friend's father, I mean, father's best friend is crazy. Yeah. But you know what? I think it's gonna have a lot of drama and secrets, and I'm all for that. She's also a bit of a thick boy, so I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, some twists and turns. Yeah, that was a little shock. But I'm excited nonetheless. I mean, we have it. I am, though, before I read this one, going to check and see if I have to read the first one. Okay, here it is. Read Tyler's story in the next all torn up novel. Okay, so Tide is book 2, Torn is book 1, and it's talking about a new person, so it seems like it's an interconnected standalone series. That's beautiful. Okay, but this has a total of 457 pages, and then I got it for $6 with the original price being $17.99. Next, we have Dark Secession by Katee Robert. I love me some Katee Robert. I have a ton of her books. The Dark Olympus is my favorite series by her. I've read a few others, but I've been meaning to get my hands on this one. Now, I know this is part of a series. I just don't know what book this is. Okay, let's see. Dark Secession. Okay, so this is actually book 1. We love to see it. So this is actually book 1 in the series. Cute. And it came with a bookmark, a little magnetic bookmark. The person who donated it left it, so thanks. But let's see. And this seems to be an interconnected standalone series as well. Teague O'Malley hates everything associated with his family's name, and when his father orders him to marry Callista Sheridan to create a business alliance, Teague's ready to cut ties once and for all. But then Teague actually meets Callista, sees the bruises on her neck and the trauma in her eyes, and vows he will do everything in his power to avenge her. Everyone knows that O'Malley's are dangerous, but Callie wasn't prepared for his brand of lethal grace and cold power. His slightest touch scorches her, but the closer they get, the more trouble they're in, because Callie's keeping a dark secret, and what Teague doesn't know could get him killed. I don't know if this is like a mafia vibe or maybe just like a dark suspense vibe, but I'm here for it. But I think it's leading into a mafia series, and I love that when it's done right and it's interconnected standalone. So, and again, I enjoy Katee Robert books. I eat them up. They're fairly quick reads, so high hopes for this one. And it has 327 pages, and I got it for $11 with the original price being $16.99. I think this is my last romance. This is A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julia Murphy and Sierra Simone. A nice little Christmas romance. So I read the first one by them. I don't remember if this is the second one or the third one, but there's 3 books. They're both written by Julia and Sierra. So I was about to see if they have them. Okay, so yeah, this is book 2. These are all the books in the series. Callum Liberman is the funny one. As the arguably lesser of the 3 former members of the boy band Inc., he enjoyed his 15 minutes of fame and then moved home, where he opened a regional pizza chain called Slice Slice Baby. He's living his best dad bod life, hooking up with bridesmaids at all of his friends' wedding, but after an old one-off sex tape is leaked and quickly goes viral, Callum decides he's ready to step into the spotlight again, starring in a sexy Santa biopic for the Hallmark Channel. Winnie Baker did everything right. She married her childhood sweetheart, avoided the pitfalls of adolescent stardom, and transitioned into a stable acting career as an adult. Hell, she even waited until marriage to have sex. But after her perfect life falls apart, Winnie is ready to redefine herself, and what better way to do that than to star in a steamier than a steaming hot mug of cider Christmas movie. With decade-old Hollywood history between them, Winnie and Callum are both feeling hesitant about their new situation as co-stars, especially Winnie, who can't seem to fake an on-screen pleasure she's never experienced in real life. She's willing to do the pleasure research for science and artistic authenticity, of course, and there's no better research partner than her bridesmaid sex tape Hall of Fame co-star. But suddenly, Callum's teenage crush on Winnie is bubbling to the surface, and Winnie might be catching feelings herself. They say opposites attract, but is this Holly Jolly Ever After really ready for its close-up? I'm loving it. It's not super thick, but I enjoyed the first one. I'm wondering if people from the first book are going to be referenced in this one. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is an interconnected standalone series, and I'm looking forward to it. I've been wanting to read this one since last year. I just never got it. We finally picked it up, so happy to have this one. It has a total of 422 pages. I got it for $8 with the original price being $17.99. Now we're about to move on to like fantasy and romance books. So finally, I have Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. This is book 2 in the series. So it starts with Red Queen, and then I have book 1.5, and this is book 2. I got them in paperback, so I'm trying to collect the rest of the books in paperback, and finally we have this one in paperback. These are the rest of the books that I need. I won't be reading the back because I'm not caught up in the series, but still, I'm trying to collect the entire series. And I've read books by this author before that I've really enjoyed, so happy to, have the next book so I can continue. This has a total of 444 pages. I got it for $9 with the original price being $14.99. Then I have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I don't know if I said that right, but I've been wanting this series for a very long time. It's 3 books. My friend Hannah has talked about this series. Yeah. And every time I would go to McKay's, they'd have the books, but they'd be really damaged. And I don't mind buying a used book, but I still want it to be in good condition. And as you can see, this one is still good condition. And I was lucky I found books 1 and 2, so all I need is the 3rd one now. But yeah, and for good price too. Bound as one to love, honor, or burn, a witch and a witch hunter thrust into holy matrimony. There was only one way such a story could end. A stake and a match. Don't miss. Ha ha. Okay, that's good enough for me. Obviously, you know, it's giving enemies to lovers because a witch and a witch hunter. We can't really do that, but we can. Also, some girl donated her books. This is Emma Milligan. It stands. So shout out to you, girl, because your book is now in a loving home, mine, and will be cherished. And also look at this one. It comes with a map. So pretty. And she's a bit thick. And it looks like it gives a sneak peek or extra content to something else. Let me see. Yeah, it gives you a sneak peek at book 2, which I do in fact have. It has a total of 519 pages. I got it for $8 with the original price being $12.99. And we just finished our first bag, but this is Blood and Honey, also by Shelby Mahurin. Book 2 in the series. I won't be reading anything because I have not read book 1, but this is the last book that I need. And I'll get it eventually. I will read the front. It says, "Till death do us part." Love it. Enticing. I wonder if this gives you a sneak peek. Yeah, so this gives you a sneak peek to the 3rd and final book in the series. This has a total of 533 pages in this book. Got it for $9 with the original price being $11.99. This is a big papa, I know. This is House of Sky and Breath, Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. This is book 2 in a series. I do not have book 1. It's 3 books in the series. But I want to get them all in the Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition, and this is what the Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition looks like. I did not find the first one. I'm assuming it was there, but this was stamped by Brittany Adams. Shout out to her. Again, your book is going to a loving home. She donated books the last time I was there, and I took some. So I was searching for the first one because I assumed she had it. I could not find it. But eventually I would like to have all 3 of them in the Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition. And I got it for $18. I have to look up what the original price is. But yeah, couldn't pass it up. Let's see how many pages, because this book is thick, you guys. It also gives you a sneak peek. No? Or this is... Oh, this is behind the scenes. It gives you behind the scene content. It has a total of 805 pages, which is insane. I don't know if I've read a book this thick before, and if I have, it's been a while. Yeah. Insane. Okay. Moving on, we have To Shatter the Night, and this is by Katherine Quinn. This is book 2 in a series. I don't have book 1, but this is like, I think it's either the deluxe edition or the first edition that came with the edges or whatever. So I grabbed it because when you find books like that, part of a series, for this price, you have to grab it and you'll get the other ones eventually. So that's what happened. I will get the first one, but I wasn't gonna pass up this one for $9.50. Yeah, with the regular price being $19.99. Of course it came home with me. So I'm not reading anything because I haven't read the first book. And I think it's only 2 books in the series. It has a total of 433 pages. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 2 books or not, but I know I don't have the first one. We have another one. That's book 2 in a series, All of Our Demise, by Amanda Foody and Christine Lynn Herman. The first one is All of Us Villains. It's been on my list for a while. I did not find a hardcover version in McKay's. I only found paperback versions, and I would like the hardcover to match this one. But this is, again, look at this price. $8.50 for the regular price to be $18.99. When you find it for good pricing, you have to get it. And that's exactly what I did. I got it. It was the only one I found. Also, look at the hardcover itself. Pretty. Very pretty. So, again, I'll find the first one. I'll get the first one. But I wasn't going to pass up this deal. This has a total of 468 pages. And I already said the pricing. But came home with me. Here is another one. This was a really good find. So this is The Lives of Saints by Leigh Bardugo. I love the books in the Grishaverse series. And I'm gonna show y'all. This is the Grishaverse series. What is this one? I haven't read this one, but I've read all of these, and they're missing the second book in this series. This was also turned into a live action series on Netflix with 2 seasons, but I loved the Grishaverse series. So when I saw this one, again, for only $10, I was like, you're coming home with me. And it has like art in it. It's so pretty. Like, obviously you can see the golding on the side. I love it. Like, look how pretty. I don't know what the original price for this book is, but I got it. And I was trying to see if it gives you a little brief about what it is, but it's essentially, I think, to my knowledge, it's talking about the saints that are mentioned in the Grishaverse series. So in the different books, saints are mentioned, and I'm assuming this is just talking about their stories, how they came to be, and so forth. So saints are mentioned in all of these books. I don't know about this one. And then you have a book that talks about them and gives their story. So this was a really cool find. I found it at the last minute, like I was going to the checkout. So happy to have her. This is a book that I have been wanting, To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang. So pretty, and then she has really pretty end pages. Look at that. And you can see this little print on the hardcover. Yeah, but I have been wanting this book. I saw it, we got it. I don't know if this is the start of a series or not, or a standalone. Could be. We'll find out. I just know I've been wanting to read it. She has power over death. He has power over her. When 2 enemies strike a dangerous bargain, will they end a war or ignite one? Heroes die, cowards live. Daughter of the conquered world, Ruing hates the invaders who descended from the heavens long before she was born and defeated the magic of her people with technologies unlike anything her world had ever seen. Blessed by death, born with the ability to pull the life right out of mortal bodies, Ruing shouldn't have to fear these foreign invaders, but she does, especially because she wants to keep herself and her family safe. When Ruing's gift is discovered by an enemy prince, he offers her an impossible deal. If she becomes his private assassin and eliminates his political rivals, whose death he swears would be for the good of both their worlds and would protect her people from future brutalization, Her family will never starve or suffer harm again. But to accept this bargain, she must use the power she has always feared, powers that will shave years off her own existence. Can Ruying trust this prince, whose promises of a better world make her heart ache, and whose smiles make her pulse beat faster? Are the evils of this agreement really in the service of a much greater good? Or will she betray her entire nation by protecting those she loves the most? So, enemies to lovers. We love to see it. I was trying to see if it mentions anything about a second book. But, love it, love it. This book has a total of 351 pages. And this is actually the author's debut novel. Cool. I know she has other stuff. So I don't know if everything's going to be wrapped up in this book. I guess we'll find out. But I got this book for $15.50 and the original price was $30. We completed that bag. We're moving on to the last bag. This is Night of the Witch by Sara, Raasch, and Beth Revis. This is book 1 in the series. I know the second book is out. I don't know if it's just 2 books or if there's going to be another book. Also, look at the end pages. Pretty. Yeah, but I've been meaning to start this series as well. I know you're probably like, you say that about everything. I have a lot of books on my TBR, if we're being honest. So yeah, I'm meaning to start everything. Their love could never be forbidden. Fritzi is a witch, the lone survivor of a brutal attack on her coven. She's determined to find her only remaining family member and bring the Hexjaggers, zealot witch hunters, to justice for the lives they ended. To do this, she will need to take down their leader, the merciless and enigmatic Commandant Dieter Kirch. I don't know if I said that right. Otto is a Hexjagger, but that's just his cover. Years ago, the Hexjaggers burned his innocent mother alive, and he's been plotting his revenge against the people who tore apart his family ever since. And now the time has come for them to pay for what they've done. When Fritz and Otto are unexpectedly thrown together, neither is sure they can trust the other. The reluctant truce fueled by their common enemy takes them from the city at the heart of the Hexjagger's power to the wild and mysterious Black Forest. As old truths come to light and new dangers are revealed, Fritz and Otto uncover a horrifying magical plot at the center of the Hexjagger attacks that leads back to the Commandant Kirch, but their own growing feelings for each other may be the most powerful magic of all. Okay, it also says this is a witch and hunter duology, so it'll only be the 2 books, and it's also giving enemies to lovers. Here for it. And a little bit of forbidden. It's gonna do it for me every single time. We love a forbidden romance over here, because it's always epic. If it's forbidden, it's epic. This has a total of 406 pages. I got it for $14.50 with the original price being $18.99. Next we have Darling Girl by Liz Michalski. I don't know if I said that right, but this has been on my list for a literal long time. It's also a book of the month edition, which I found really cool. But essentially this is a Peter Pan retelling, obviously focusing on our girl Wendy. Yeah, so I've been wanting to start this one, and this book of the month edition came out in 2022. So a little minute. Okay. In this beautiful reimagining of J.M. Bear's classic, one woman must take on the infamous Peter Pan, who is not the innocent adventurer the fairy tales make him out to be, to save her daughter's life. Life is looking up for Holly Darling, granddaughter of Wendy. Yes, that Wendy. She's running a successful skincare company. Her son Jack is happy and healthy, and the tragedy of her past is well behind her. Until she gets a call that her daughter, Eden, who has been in a coma for nearly a decade, has gone missing from the estate where she's been long tucked away. And worst of all, Holly knows who must be responsible: Peter Pan, who is not only very real, but very dangerous. Eden has a rare condition, a secret that Holly is desperate to protect, especially from Eden's half-brother, Jack, who knows nothing about his sister or the crucial role she plays in his life. Holly has no one to turn to. Her mother, Jane, is the only person in the world who knows that Peter is more than a story. But she refuses to accept that he is not the hero she's always imagined. Desperate, Holly enlists the help of Christopher Cook, a notorious ex-soldier, in the hopes of rescuing Eden before she loses both her children. Darling Girl brings all the magic of the classic Peter Pan story to the present, while also exploring the dark underminings of fairy tales, grief, aging, sacrifice, motherhood, and just how far we will go to protect those we love. Okay, I love it. I also love when it's a fairy tale reimagining, but it has a darker undertone. We love to see it. And I've heard a lot of theories of how Peter Pan is actually not a good guy. The movies portray him to be such, but he's actually really bad. So I'm looking forward to seeing where the story is going to go. I want to know about Eden and Jack, like what's going on with them. Why is, Eden locked up? Why does Jack not know what's happening? So yeah, this seems like it's going to be a good one. And it has a total of 341 pages. And I got this for $10, and the original price is $26. We are almost done. We have 2 more books. So this is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I don't know if I said that right. I'm just gonna realize this is my 3rd copy I have of the book. Don't be mad, Mom. But this, I think, is like a collector's edition or maybe a Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition. Yeah, I got it for $12. The original price being $22.99. It didn't have the dust jacket, but I can live without it. It has these end pages, and then look at the character art here. Also, this is being turned into a movie series or a TV series. I forget. It's one. We also have this in the back, and I didn't take this out, but I think this is like art or something. I'm like low-key scared to open it up because I don't want to mess anything up. But I think this is a poster. And then it comes also with a chapter that's annotated by the author, which I think is really cool. It has a total of 531 pages. I'm trying to see about this map, y'all. I think once I take it out, that's it, but I'm low-key scared because I don't want to mess it up. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. We have here. Okay, this is the map. What? This is so cool. And now we rise. I love it, you guys. Oh, and this book takes place in Lagos, Nigeria. Hence why it says Lagos. Okay, this is cool. I don't own anything like this, so this is nice to have. I am just gonna put it back in the book for now, but you just had to like slowly rip it out here. And it didn't damage anything, so I love that. That's cool. But yes, this is the 3rd edition of the book that I have. I have this. I have to find what version of this book is, if it's a Barnes & Noble's exclusive or a collector's edition or whatever, but I have a 1st edition in hardcover. I also have the paperback version with the sprayed edges, and now I have this one. Yes. We're moving on to the last book. I know I've held y'all here for a while. This is The Atlas 6 by Olivie Blake. This is book 1 in a 3-book series. I have been hunting for the first book in this series in hardcover for a very long time. I already have books 2 and 3. But obviously I couldn't read them until I got the first one. And I found 2 copies at McKay's in hardcover. And this was the best in terms of like less damages, so I was able to grab it, so was very excited for that, and so I can finally start the series that I've had forever. But this is a little design on the hardcover and the end pages. So pretty, so pretty. Okay. Seek it if you wish, but as with all knowledge, whatever follows will be yours to bear alone. Each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians are selected to earn a place in the Alexandrian Society, the foremost secret society in the world. The chosen will secure a life of power and prestige beyond their wildest dreams, but at what cost? Each of the 6 newest recruits has their reasons for accepting the society's elusive invitation, even if it means growing closer than they could have imagined to their most dangerous enemies, or risking unforgivable betrayal from their most trusted allies. They will fight tooth and nail for the right to join the ranks of the Alexandrians, even if it means they won't all survive the year. And the back says, secrets, betrayal, seduction, power. Welcome to the Alexandrian Society. I love a good secret society book. Hoping that they all make it out, but I don't know. Again, there's 3 books, so there's a chance people can get killed off. But we'll see. We'll see. This has a total of 337 pages. I got it for $16 with the original price being $25.99. I'm stacking my books up, so I'm making sure they don't fall right now. But that's all the books. Let me actually count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I called it 16. A good haul. Oh, I think I told y'all how much. But the original price was supposed to be like $180 something. That did not happen because I had $48.06 in my trade-in for the books. So it went down to $130 something. See, I am so good. I know what I need to do to get my money's worth and to, you know, find a good deal because we love it. So yeah, I'm excited to have all these books welcomed to their new home. As always, McKay's was a successful trip. It's never not a successful trip for me. But again, thank you to my mom and my godmother for essentially sponsoring this video. National Book Lovers Day the day after. So yeah, happy to have gone book shopping and just I am in a wonderful mood if you can't tell. But hopefully y'all enjoyed these books. If there's a McKay's near you, I suggest you go make the trip. It's 100% worth it. I will see y'all in the next video, whatever that's going to be. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button down below. Peace and blessings, my loves.